Hello guys, this is Miss Hager again. Today we're going to be talking about I need to use self-control when I'm at school. This is a social story about keeping yourself under control while you're at school or even at home. We spend most of our time inside our classroom learning. As you can see, these students are in their classroom, they're raising their hand, some are at their seats, and some are working there in a small group. While we are in our classroom, we do lots of fun things together. As you can see, they're lined up there. Some of them are laughing, some of them are holding their book, and their teacher standing there with them. So that everyone can learn to the best of their abilities and everyone can feel safe, it is important that while we are in school, we use our best self-control. And notice that the students there, the little girl at her seat, she's got her hands to herself. The little boy sitting beside her, he has his book on his lap. His hands are to himself. And notice the little boy standing beside his teacher. He's holding his paper, and everybody's being safe and using self-control. Sometimes when we do fun things, I get really excited, and it's hard for me to use self-control. So it looks like they're at group time with their teacher, and it looks like she's getting ready to do something fun. Let's make a pizza. And if you'll notice, the one little boy wearing the number 13 shirt is standing up, has his hands on his head, and he looks very excited. And if you'll notice the little girl, she's sitting there. She looks happy. It looks like she might even be yelling. And it looks like the little boy sitting down is sitting with his knees up, and he's sitting there quietly. So let's talk about this for a second. What do you think when you look at those three students? Which one of those students is following the rules and sitting quietly at group time? So think about that for just a few minutes. I'm going to give you some wait time, and then you let me know which one is sitting quietly at group time. Okay, if you said the little boy who is sitting quietly with his legs up there with the green and white shirt on, yes, it does look like he's being quiet there at the carpet area. Looks like the other two are trying really hard, and they're trying to use some self-control, but they're really, really excited. When I'm excited, sometimes my voice gets loud, and I forget to keep my hands and body parts to myself. When I'm excited, sometimes I have trouble sitting still, and I forget to be careful when I'm moving around. I run or jump instead of walk, and this might cause me to bump into other people or even to knock other people down. Have you ever been so excited that you do the same thing? You start moving around and you might bump into somebody in the lunch line, or you might be at the carpet area and you get so excited about what the teacher's talking about, and your elbows might hit somebody around you, or your feet might come out from crisscross applesauce and you might hit someone. I wonder if that's ever happened to you. Think about that for just a minute. When these things happen, it also affects how I handle following directions. When I'm excited, sometimes I shout out and interrupt others, and I get out of my seat without permission. Sometimes I forget to take turns, and I play rougher than I should. Many times we forget to take turns, and many times we forget to play rougher than we should, and that's when we're not being safe. So we have to remember to always be safe when we're at school, and always remember to ask permission with our teacher. Even though I'm doing all these things because I'm excited, it doesn't make it okay for me to act this way in school. The other kids are excited too, but by me not using my self-control, they cannot enjoy themselves. So look at the people at the carpet area right here. I want you to look closely at the boys and girls sitting in the back of the carpet area. I want you to notice how they look. Look at their face. Look at their body motions and movements, and their body language. And then I want you to look at the two people in the front. What are they doing that might make those people in the back feel? Look carefully. Now notice those two in the front it looks like they're moving around a lot. They're not sitting correctly, raising their hand up on their knees. Looks like they're disturbing a lot of those folks at the carpet area. And those three students in the back are really trying to listen, but they look very unhappy, and they're not able to listen to the teacher very well. So it might be a good idea for those two students in the front to follow directions so they can all understand the teacher. One thing I can do when we are doing fun things in school, and I'm excited about it, is to remind myself to use self-control so I can enjoy the fun and everyone else can too. Looks like they're having a dance party, and I want you to look carefully at the four students in their dance party. Look at the bubble that the little boy is saying there. Use self-control. Use self-control. That means while they're having their dance party, he's reminding himself. He's doing what's called self-talk. And he's reminding himself, I need to remember I've got to keep my hands and my feet to myself. We're really close together, so I need to remember not to have my feet touch her or my hands touch her. Even though I'm really close, I got to keep those things to myself. That's how we stay safe at school. I can also take deep breaths to help myself calm down and even move away from the other students for a little while until I get my body to settle down. Now, sometimes we get so worked up and excited about things, we need to move away from folks and calm down for just a little bit. And that's what that little boy sitting at his desk is doing. He's calming down, moving away from everybody else for a little bit, and he's calming down and taking a deep breath for a little bit. When we are doing fun things in the classroom, and I remember to use self-control, it makes my teacher and my classmates happy. It makes me happy too. If you'll notice, everybody in the group stays happy that way. Thank you so much for listening to our story about self-control, and I hope everyone remembers to follow these rules about keeping their hands to themselves and following great self-control while you're at school. Thank you. Hope everyone has a great day.